And we're back talking about the crypto market update. This is going to be my last video for 2022. So I want to say thank you to all my viewers who've supported the channel. It's a small channel, still trying to grow, and it's very, very hard to grow a channel during a bear market because everyone's scared. That doesn't stop me from trying to provide the best, most accurate and honest analysis out there. It is very, very tough, guys, to get financial data correct because there's so much things happening in the economy all at once. So whenever I do these videos, I try and do my best about talking in terms of probabilities. So hopefully that's what I'm going to do today and provide you the market update. I will do my 2023 predictions in a later video, but for now, let's do the last week for this year and talk about USDT dominance because USDT dominance has been on an absolute tear ever since the FTX debacle, which happened in early November. You had the breakout bars where USDT dominance increased in one day on the 8th of November by almost 11.5%. The very next day going up again almost 17%. So huge increases in USDT dominance means stable coins are getting pulled out from and they're putting their money into USDT dominance. The only good thing about this is that we did have a double top play out, but it did put in a slightly lower top. So there was our top from the 16th or the 18th of June, 2022. And there it is right there at around that 9.49% dominance right here. And then of course we had the lower top. So that's a very, very good sign. I know you probably don't want to hear it, but because of all the bad news, but there it is. There's a lower top, which is really good. Bad news though, in the short term is that we are probably going to get a triple top play out. So this is probably going to continue and hopefully we get some rejection and make our way back down. Remember guys, a exchange went down, the whole exchange went down and there is so much fear in the market. So it took that kind of magnitude, that kind of earthquake to pull people away from crypto. Eventually people's trust will have to be regained and that will take time, but that doesn't stop from Ethereum and Bitcoin being good buys and we'll cover that in a little bit. But for now, USDT dominance looking like it's going to play out its triple top in the coming days to coming weeks. I expect coming weeks. Now, when it hits the triple top, it'll be very important to see if we are going to get a rejection or is it going to be resistance that we ultimately break through. If we break through this 9.49% barrier, then that's going to lead to more pain for the alts. Okay. I don't think it's going to happen. However, these things are very hard to forecast and you have to wait for it to sort of reveal its hand before you start making your analysis. So right now, I think there's going to be a rejection because third time there is rejection. After the third time, if we keep banging our head, we will break through it, which is going to be bad for all of crypto because it means that all this money is coming out of the alts, out of Bitcoin, out of Ethereum into USDT dominance as people continue to wait for prices to fall. Let's have a look at Bitcoin because Bitcoin has been struggling and unfortunately we broke that June low that was holding it around that 17.5K. There it is, put the new low at around that 15.5K and unfortunately we are facing resistance once again at the 50% at around that almost 17K mark. So there it is there, 17K call it. You can see rejection multiple times, just can't break through. But if we keep pushing, we can break through. But at the moment, I have to call it like I see it, which means we're probably going to get more to the downside unless we get some good volume coming in. Speaking of volume, it is Christmas time, so volatility does drop right off across the board. However, still you're seeing no demand for Bitcoin. So you can see tiny little green bars, not really going anywhere. And it just means that no one's supporting this thing. Hence, prices will continue to fall. We have a little bit of increased volume coming yesterday on the 27th of December. We'll see where this goes again. But again, Christmas time, volatility does go down. But if Bitcoin does not get any green bars, some really good green ones, then that's going to lead into some problems because it means no one's scooping up Bitcoin until the prices drop. There will be a price that Bitcoin does become too attractive that the whales do swoop in and support does get built at. We don't know where that's going to be. Is it going to be 15K, 10K? We don't know. For the time being, 15K seems to be a good buy or 15.5 until we break that and we need more support to come to the market. If we have a look at Ethereum, there it is. Unfortunately, my lovely Ethereum, which has been holding up, pretty good compared to some other cryptos out there. I mean, Binance has been a really, really good chart. But if we have a look at, say, Ethereum and we look on the weekly, you will see we are still holding our low from 13th of June. So if I showed you the Bitcoin chart, you saw that Bitcoin broke it. Ethereum still holding on and still has a ways to go before it tests it. So there it is there. And you still got a healthy, what is that? That's another 25% before Ethereum gets some support. So that's why I love Ethereum. Stock up on Ethereum, ready for the next bull run, because if it's doing this in a bear market, wait for the bull run. It's going to do really, really well. That's what the charts and the language of the charts is. Anything that's not getting sold off in a bear market as much as others means that it's going to do really, really well in a bull market. That's what happened in Cardano during that bear market period from 2017 or 2018, 19, and the bull market started in 2020, and it did really, really well while other cryptos didn't. So we'll see what Ethereum does in the next bull run. That will be sometime in 2024 if I had to predict. If we have a look at total market cap, so you can see all of them bleeding at the moment, to no one's surprise. There it is, total 1 finding support at the 13th of June low, total market cap 2 finding the support there at the 13th of June low, low. And then you can see total market cap 3, alts just getting chopped, munched, minced, butchered, absolutely getting destroyed. There's the 13th of June low, broke it, resistance, and we're continuing on our way down. So again, more pain to come for altcoins. Ethereum and Bitcoin and USDT, surprisingly, are still your best places to put your money if you want to be in crypto. If we have a look at some alts now, all the alts are looking pretty damn bad. But if I just look at some highlights that I've been looking at throughout the last couple of days, I will point out some of the weakest ones. Arweave, unfortunately, Arweave, I really like this crypto. This is on a weekly chart, guys, and you can just see this is on the Binance, and you can see we really broke that support that was there at around that $7 mark. Hence, we're going to start free falling from here with Arweave. I can show you another chart that has it Arweave when it was much lower, but at the moment, let's just look at the Binance chart. This thing is going to free fall until it finds some support, but I see this thing going literally probably under $3, maybe even $1. This thing is going to do really, really poorly. That Solana whole ecosystem is on its way down, unfortunately. Speaking of Solana, again, big shout out to the crypto market sniper. He is a fantastic technical analysis guy, and he was calling Solana probably around, I think November, he was calling it that it was going to go down, and it did. So here we go, we got Sol, and Sol, there it is, sitting at $10 now. It will break that $10, I can almost guarantee you that, and it's coming in at that support around that $3, and maybe even going much lower to breaking even under $1. Solana is going to get absolutely munched, guys, and this is just the reality of it. It's just anyone who talks about these transactions and speeds and all these cryptos and all these things, all it is the whales want to make their money and they want to buy other things with it. They don't care about crypto. They just want to put their money into other things that they need in their business or their lives. I don't know what that is, but crypto is just another form for them to make money. So Solana down 10% in the day already. Again, more pain to come for Solana, but I will give credit to the crypto market sniper for calling that. APT is another one that's been free falling at the moment. This one came in with a very, very early on in the bear market, is falling down, and again, this is another one that will free fall, and we have to wait for some support to come in. So you can just see on a weekly, I mean, it's just free falling now. It broke that support that was there in early November at around $3.42. So look for APT to continue to go down. If you want any cryptos to buy on the long side, only Ethereum, only Bitcoin, nothing else. Doge is another one I've been calling on my channel in my last video. I'll link that above. And at the end of this video, I was talking about Doge having potentially a short rally for the coming days and then ultimately coming down. So here we have Doge. You can see there it is, pushed up the 8-cent mark, rejected pretty much almost at the 8-cent mark, rejected at, and then coming down. You can see almost broke its support that he put in from the 19th of December. But again, this thing is definitely going down. You're seeing volumes start to increase on the way down. Wait for some support to come into it, but this is another crypto that I expect to go down and could be some easy pickings. Another one is Arweave. This thing's been bleeding out. This thing was very, very expensive in the bull run. If I put it on a monthly chart, you can see the price of this thing was insane. I think this thing was going like over $1,000 at one point. So yeah, just insane price on that thing. That thing's breaking $10 easily. That's another crypto that's going to bleed. So there's a lot of them that's bleeding at the moment. Chilliz is another crypto that's been bleeding quite a bit. So there was the top at around that 30-cent mark, call it. Broke down, bleeding down. Support hopefully will come in at around that 8-cent mark, but this thing is definitely going down. And this is why I say when you make your alts, just make your money, get out. Even if you make 10%, you're doing very, very well. This is bear market period. Just take your 10%, 20%, whatever it is, go. But this is another crypto that's bleeding quite heavily and will continue to bleed in my opinion because this thing just had such a pump and it's going to have such a dump to follow, unfortunately. So again, more pain to come for the alts, unfortunately. Ethereum still holding up better than most. The other crypto that has actually been doing okay, but still ultimately will, I think, fall down in place a little bit is BNB. Still holding up quite well, but again, Ethereum just has more upside to it for not much more risk, or even less risk depending on your take. So really love Ethereum as a buy at the moment. Yes, it can go cheaper, but just dollar cost averaging throughout the course of the months, not financial advice, but that's just alternatively how I would approach it. But that's just how I would approach it. And again, this is a great time to be, and again, expect alts to continue to go down, unfortunately, but you can learn to short. Look up a YouTube video, learn how to short, learn how to do it. Be careful with your leverage if you are going to do it, but it is very safe to short and very good to short. Alts are still volatile, so I personally don't use leverage, but again, do expect more pain for altcoins. Ethereum a good buy. USDT dominance, resistance going to come at about 8% increase from where it currently is at the moment, but until then, we will have to see, and I will do my predictions for 2023 in my next video. Have a bit of fun with it. Again, it is very, very tough to forecast financial data because there's so much things happening in the economy at once, you can't predict them. So again, I'll just have a bit of fun with it and I'll do a video on that one. So if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, bell notification so you can be notified as soon as I upload that video. And again, if you want more altcoin reviews and the market update, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Until then, everyone, have a fantastic end of 2022 and enjoy the rest of 2023.